It is my birthday, so I thought that I would have a walk along some of my favorite vicolini di Siena, the little streets. And right now I'm just sitting in the sun in Vicolo della Fortuna, the little alley of fortune, of luck. Haven't had a lot of it this year, have we? But we shall change with the times, because things will change. The nice thing about being able to walk around again, other than getting exercise, is that you get to see your city with a whole new set of eyes, as it were. You're allowed to stop and notice new details, which I always try and do, but whenever you live somewhere, you almost take it for granted. So next time you go for a walk, just really stop and pause and look at the details. You'll be surprised what you discover. I love this area. I'm in the Contrada della Torre. This is the Synagogue of Siena. Beautiful synagogue. And this is the back of Palazzo Pubblico. Don't believe me? There is the Torre del Mangia. Andiamo al Campo. In my first video update since phase 2 began, I entered the Piazza del Campo from Via Dupré, and this time I am entering from Via Salicotto. La Cappella di Piazza, the chapel of the piazza. And the Piazza del Campo, which I think you can all recognize, Palazzo San Sedoni, the most beautiful piazza in the whole world. Torre del Mangia of the town hall, the Palazzo Pubblico, and the Piazza del Campo. It's pretty empty. Ah, good, there's a child there about to chase some pigeons, I hope. The Fonte Gaia. It's just after lunch, so people are having their postprandial nap, I should imagine. And if we pan down, you can see the lovely herringbone brick of Piazza del Campo. And the verbena. They've been trying to clean the piazza. But of course, nature, she always wins. Phase 2, day 5. A rather sad birthday, but I will treat myself to a nice dinner tonight, and I hope it will be the first and also the last birthday completely on my own. But I shall have a toast to me, my family, and all of my friends around the world, and cheers to you. Thank you for following me. Makes me feel a little less alone during this time. Walking up to the Fonte Gaia, you can see these lovely she-wolves everywhere, the symbol of our city, going back to our mythical foundation. And right in the center, the Virgin Mary and the Christ child. The Virgin Mary is the protectress of Siena. She is surrounded by virtues that govern this great city of ours. There we have the creation of Adam and the expulsion from the Garden of Eden. Interesting choice of 2 biblical scenes with the Virgin and Child enthroned, and then various virtues. That one always seems to get people a bit confused, but it's one of my favorites. It's the figure of Charity, a woman who is feeding 2 children. Charity, of course, the epitome of love. If you saw yesterday's update, I found myself in front of the entrance to Fonte Giusta, the Bottini. This fountain here is fed by the underwater aqueducts known as the Bottini, and it's called Fonte Gaia, the fountain of joy, because finally in the 14th century, water was brought to the center of Siena, and this fountain was made in the 15th century by Jacopo della Quercia. By the way, how do you enter the Bottini under Fonte Gaia? Through this little trap door here. I had the pleasure of going once. And yeah, I use that word a lot, but it was awesome. So I'm trying to film in horizontal. It's my first time using my selfie stick, and I feel a bit like a twit, but that's okay. There are only a few observers and no one really cares. I'm just doing my thing. walking in the Campo, filming myself, speaking in English, wearing a mask, celebrating my birthday in a rather unusual fashion. Did I have a glass of Prosecco with my lunch? Absolutely. Did I put too many shallots in my salad? Absolutely. How do I know? Because I'm smelling them right now. Note to self, just because you live on your own and it's quarantine, doesn't mean you can't eat all the garlic and onions that you want. Because if you wear a mask, it comes back to, you know, haunt you. I have to say, these pigeons are really getting aggressive. That child in the Campo did not do his job and scare them all away, but then again, he was just one boy. I'm walking down Via del Porrione now. Every single store is shut. But there is some life about, at least. And I'm walking up right now to the church of San Martino, and I see that the door is open. So some of the churches now have begun to open to allow people to come in and pray. But I will go in because there's a wonderful painting in there that represents the Battle of Campo. So why not take a moment to look at an image where the Virgin Mary protects the city of Siena, which is what the mayor asked her to do when he symbolically regave the keys of the city to the Virgin Mary to help protect us from this coronavirus. The entrance to San Martino and a view to the Loggia del Papa, the loggia of the Pope, Pope Pius II, one of 4 popes from Siena. I'm shaking a bit because it's such a beautiful church. I don't know if I'm allowed to be in here, but the door was open. God, I'm shaking, I'm sorry. So many beautiful places of art and culture that have been closed for these past few months. But art and culture are fundamental parts of humanity. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the space. O Maria, la tua Siena difendi. I'd almost forgotten this Beccafumi was in here. Beccafumi. Obviously here we have a nativity, the birth of Christ. Joseph on the left and Mary on the right, the Christ child. Here's the martyrdom of St. Bartholomew. Bartholomew is being skinned alive. One of the 12 apostles, looking up to heaven. This painter, his name is Guido Reni from Bologna. And Guido Reni is absolutely fantastic. Christ looks a bit put out. It's the circumcision. This is a type of painting you'll find in many churches in Siena, where you have an older painting in the middle of 13th, 14th, or 15th century. Painting, in this case we have a Madonna del Latte, a breastfeeding Madonna. And this painting is by Campo. And basically there's a host of saints around this 14th century painting with God the Father above. You can see the Holy Spirit, that dove in the archway, and below the child, so we have the Trinity. I apologize for whispering, but I hope you can hear me okay. This just goes to show that there is art and wonder everywhere in Siena, not just our cathedral, which is well worth a visit. But look at this. The Church of San Martino. The Virgin Mary called to me, protecting her city. I think I really needed a dose of art on my birthday. Thank you. I just came from Via di Calzoleria and I'm now in Piazza Tolomei, where the church of San Cristoforo or Saint Christopher is. He is the patron saint of travelers. And who is the patron saint of tour guides, you might ask? Well, that is Santa Bona da Pisa. And here's Palazzo Tolomei, one of the most glorious Gothic facades in all of Siena. Check out those bifore 2 light lancet windows. They are absolutely glorious. Wouldn't you love those in your home? And that magnificent pointed Sienese arch. So this is the main drag of Siena. You can tell by how busy it is. Oh, and there's some more vigili coming. Just making sure everything is okay. Somebody's practicing music here around Piazza Tolomei. I did read about that in the paper. I believe he's a young Iranian musician and there are appointments every day where he will play in various parts of the city. So still, I wasn't expecting it now, so that was a wonderful surprise. And because it's my birthday, stationery shop. I need a new notebook. Good excuse. I have new notebooks. I got rainbow color notebooks, plus a silver pen. Happy birthday to me! The first time I ever came to Siena, I stayed in one of those little windows. The tiniest window up there was my hotel room. And I looked out of the window and I said, I will never, ever, ever come down this street. Because I had really bad knees at the time. And this street is Valle Rozzi. And I live here now. That's my window up there. All those years ago as a grad student. Who would have thunk that now this is part of my everyday walk? Do not be fooled by the camera angle. This is a steep, steep road. But I love it. I just got home after what I think you'll agree was a rather lovely birthday stroll, complete with a musical surprise. Totally unexpected and very much appreciated. And now, don't judge me, you don't know what time it is here. Cheers! Although I refuse to age 1 year until I can cheers in person with somebody other than myself and the screen. But anyway, chin chin. Very refreshing. And yes, I put an ice cube in my Prosecco because I'm American and sometimes I'm allowed to do these things. And also, it's my birthday. Look, I got a notebook in every color. It's my birthday and I'll twirl if I want to.